The man at the center of a viral social media video showing him rescuing a wallaby from floodwaters in Brisbane's north says he is not just an idiot who jumped into the water. Key points. A man was watching floodwaters flow through Kedron Brook in Everton Park when the animal was spotted. A man was watching floodwaters flow through Kedron Brook in Everton Park when the animal was spotted. He noticed debris was floating rather than following a current before entering. Wildlife services were called to check the wallaby's health after the rescue. The video, filmed by a bystander on Sunday, captured the moment the Kepera man swam towards a wallaby in deep, muddy floodwaters at Everton Park before guiding it towards a higher section of road. Jason, who chose not to disclose his surname, told ABC Radio Brisbane he was at a friend's house on Camellia Avenue watching floodwaters flow through Kedron Brook when his son, Dylan, spotted the animal trapped in the water. It was just swimming around in circles, and its head went under a couple of times, he said. It was looking for an exit, but everywhere it could go there were heaps of people standing around. Jason said he made a snap decision to enter the water and help the confused and exhausted animal. I gave my phone and the umbrella to the young fella and approached the water, and then just started swimming because she was going under. She just swam around in circles going nowhere. Before entering the water, Jason said he noticed debris was floating rather than following a current, and the section of water the wallaby was in was fairly still. I've been around the traps a little bit, so I'm not just an idiot who jumped into the water, he said. Where I walked up to before I dove in there was no current whatsoever. I was definitely mindful of that. Find more local news, tell us your location, and find more local ABC news and information. It is not the first time Jason has had to catch a wallaby, but this retrieval was particularly challenging. First, he attempted to bring the frightened animal closer by grabbing its tail. I was talking calmly to her, and I put my left arm under her rib cage to support her a bit, he said. She hesitated a bit, but then she could see I was assisting her to float, and I just pushed her a little bit to guide her towards the shore. Right before the footage of the rescue cuts off, the wallaby reaches the shore before hopping back into the flooded creek. Jason said despite being asked by a nearby police officer to stop what he was doing, he retrieved the animal from a patch of reeds again and took her to a nearby property to rest while wildlife services were called to check its health. Floodwaters dangerous to health. Queensland's emergency services have constantly warned people against entering floodwaters, which have so far claimed the lives of 9 people. Floating debris, strong currents and damaged roads hidden by muddy water all pose a safety risk. Polluted floodwaters are also dangerous due to possibility of wounds, infections, diarrhea, conjunctivitis and ear, nose and throat infections. Jason said he made a conscious effort to keep his head above the water during the rescue attempt, but admitted to feeling a bit crook the next day. There was a bit of splashing here and there and I did get a bit of water in my mouth, he said. I went home, had a shower and a bit of a spew to get out some of that horrible water out, and had a couple stiff drinks to sort of sterilize my insides. Loading.